Need to know now what north of Rockhampton, sir?
Well, by now they should have their cyclone contingency plans well in play. Their vessels should be well secured in their cyclone moorings. The vessels should be secured, the sails down, all loose fittings off, storm moorings out. Now we checked the system this afternoon, and there are some vessels coming down the inner route, but I have no doubt that they will slow down and wait for the cyclone to pass tomorrow night before they attempt to complete their passage. Those ships in the reef had on board coast pilots.
That was cool. Yeah, have you ever heard that? No. Just a police person just coming up and just going, evacuate. That's how the weather's going up. Like we're getting gusts. landfall west.
Well, they can't get out now because the oceans are just too crazy.
Like we were down at the stuff today tonight, and while we're down on the Esplanade or whatever for an hour, we put the meter from oil come up to about a metre an hour. Seawater. I'm actually, that Port Hinchinbrook here, I reckon I can see $100 million
and north of Winton. At 10 o'clock this morning, severe tropical cyclone Yasi, a Category 5 system, is estimated to be 445 kilometres east of Cairns and 455 kilometres northeast of Townsville.
So where do you think landfall's going to be?
As we've been saying for the last 3 days, landfall expected near Cardwell. We've been saying it over and over and over again, and we've seen the BOM progressively bring their forecast models. I mean, the BOM forecast models were always showing Cardwell crossing. For some reason, they weren't going with
They
it.
had it hitting Cardwell in their first one. In their first one they issued, that's when Townsville was being evacuated. Then they went straight back up to Cairns. They went Innisfail and Cairns, north of Cairns, on Cairns, south of Cairns.
Yeah, so we've just seen a progressive southward shift as I think the models have corrected themselves. Yasi has since passed the ridge axis, and he's now heading just on the other side of that axis. So the axis basically goes like that in a ridge. So he's now in this section that will drag him a little further south than west. So he's in that west-southwesterly movement now.
So how much of a guarantee can you be that the actual landfall will occur between Innisfail and Cardwell? How confident are you?
Fairly confident between Innisfail and Cardwell. You may want to extend the area to Ingham, depending on whether it does a southward shift as it hit the coast. But still, the most confidence suggests Innisfail to Cardwell, and it has been suggesting that now for probably about 48 hours in terms of model confidence.
So are there any other any other weather systems out there like this ridge that could cause it to have more of a southward track?
There's an upper low southwest of the system, southeast of the system. That upper low is enhancing the outflow, not so much in dictating direction of the actual movement of this system. It's a fairly weak upper low. There is an inland trough here in Western Queensland which sparked up some very nice thunderstorms last night, and that will likely have an effect of pushing him a little bit south of due west. So towards a weakness, in the upper ridge, it'll try to take a ride along the ridge. However, as it hits this trough weakens the ridge, and it'll try and ride a little bit further south. We can see now we're getting a fairly good gust with this fairly squally shower that's coming in as one of the early rain bands of the cyclone. In terms of wind strength, Cardwell is going to be annihilated by this particular system. It's in the area of strongest gusts, strongest winds. Even if the eye crosses Innisfail, Cardwell will still get the worst of the weather conditions. Yeah. Unfortunately for us, it's just too dangerous to stay here. We just can't do it safely. So we need to move. And we need to move south to Ingham, because Ingham looks like it's going to be the second most affected town out of this in terms of wind strength. And particularly rainfall as well on the northeast-southeast convergence. Not only that, but the Ingham area is going to suffer a fairly strong and high storm surge as well from, once again, that southeasterly swell from the south side of the cyclone centre. So even though the eye may cross somewhere near Innisfail to Cardwell will be most hit, but the most accessible hit place will be Ingham for us.